what's your full description? Fashion designer, tastemaker?
All the above.
All the above.
All the above. The day I wanted to go to art school to be a fashion designer, I wanted like, oh, I want to do this fashion thing. Mom, is it okay if I can go to this school? So that's the hardest part, because when you get the green light, you don't want to fail. I just came down to think about like growing up in America, and especially like the Midwest and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy, but sometimes they really make you hate yourself. Part was when my parents got a citizenship and we were supposed to be a citizen, and then my mom was like, do you want an American name? I looked at my little brother, I was like, man, fuck that, bro. I'm not about to change my name so these Americans can fucking pronounce it right. I'm gonna make what you made me hate into something you love. That's why I came with NGO.
Well, welcome, Khan, and Mo, hi, ba,
yo.
Let's do this.
Welcome to Nhậu with us.
Yeah. We got how do you, what's your full description? Fashion designer, tastemaker, curator, what is it?
All the above.
All the above.
All the above. Just creative, you know. Obviously, fashion was like my escape, and then I was tastemaker, and I like to put events on and stuff like that. So, yeah, all the above.
Yeah, so my boy that's in Melrose been dropping his name to me for over a year.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. He goes, dude, you gotta connect with this dude. He's like that.
Oh,
I think you guys did
The hype.
The hype?
Yeah, I was on season 2, and Miggy, he handled overnight sewing. And the first time I met Miggy, he's flexed on me like, cause I used to design for Levi's, so I know a little bit about denim. I was like, yo, that's a dope type too. Is that LBC? And he's like, nah, this is Vism. I was like, oh shit, okay. So he hit me with the Vism. I was like, all right, he know what's up. So yeah, shout out to Miggy.
Shout out to Miggy, because you know, like, people in the industry, the verbiage tells you if they know their shit, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Jackfruit salad, right?
Jackfruit salad.
Nice.
Oh wow.
I be like with Blaze.
Okay,
Yeah, come on.
See, we're at Wang Hei right now in Orange County, California. Been around for 25 years, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And whatever you consider specialty, but man, their food is banging, man. It's all shareable, man. Enjoy Wang Hei, Orange County, man. TK market area.
Yeah. This is crazy right here.
Yeah? When was the last time you had one of these?
I don't know. I know like I probably had this when I went to Vietnam a long time ago.
Yeah?
Come on.
I know when I was a teenager, because my pop's side of the family, they from like the Quay and stuff, and I know this is like jackfruit, but not the ripe jackfruit.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
they make more of a salad
So
style.
you're at home, man. This is Hue food, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, please. My.
You first, man.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing that we want to touch base on. You grew up in Ohio.
Grew up in Ohio.
Okay.
I came to Columbus, Ohio when I was 4.
Okay.
Originally, I was supposed to move to OC.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but
But good thing you didn't.
Probably
huh?
better you did.
Yeah.
then I didn't. My mom got stopped by this guy. My mom got stopped by this guy, and he was like, "Do you have family outside of California? Because you know we're pretty deep. I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters." And then she's like, "Well, we have a relative in Columbus, Ohio," and he was like, "Maybe you should think that over. It might be a better place to raise a big family like that."
Yeah.
So yeah, came to Columbus, Ohio, Midwest. First meal was Wendy's.
Oh shit.
That's classic
Do
Americano.
you remember
man.
exactly what you ordered from Wendy's or what you
No, I
got?
just remember I seen a I remember my uncle was from Houston. He was kind of showing us around, and then I remember I seen a white the Wendy's girl with red hair. I was like, who is this person?
A ginger chick?
Ginger, yeah.
You like, it's all
So
Americans
I
like
remember
this?
that like, oh shit. So that's something that's like iconic to me. And then believe it or not, Wendy's is from Dublin, Ohio. So it's like a suburb in Ohio.
Get out of
Shit.
here.
Really?
yeah.
That's where it started?
Yeah.
Damn, we didn't know.
Number one, Bánh Bèo.
Oh,
Bánh Bèo. Bánh
Yeah,
Bèo.
right there.
Okay, excuse me.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Are you can small one, right?
Yes.
Did you order? Did you order?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I have this in Hue too. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, this is Bánh Bèo right here. Solid, dog. The only thing that's missing is the chicharron.
Chicharron, yeah, you're right.
But other than that, man, me, I'm a chicharron guy, so.
Yeah, my. Please.
Okay, come on.
Do they have this kind of food in Ohio?
Believe it or not, my sisters and them, they can make this. But there was a lady, she like lived in the But it's a Vietnamese lady, like all the Viet people knew, and she would like sell the bánh bèo and like all the bánh and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like, she'll do like party size and stuff. So you order from her.
Get a whole tray.
Home catering.
Home catering. Yeah. My mom used to make this stuff too, and my sister as well. But like my dad like makes like the bánh bột lọc and stuff like that really well and stuff like that. So I definitely grew up on this for sure.
See, at least you have people at home making it. There's a lot of cats out there that lives in cities and towns. They can't cook, and they don't have no food.
Right.
And I met a bunch of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they come here, they're like, you know, because they've had it as a kid. Because until like whoever stopped making it. You know what I mean?
Nah. I grew up on a lot of Vietnamese food. That's all my parents ever really made. Again, my dad was like from the country and stuff, so we always had a little garden.
Yeah. So people get down.
Yeah.
They always,
So it's
everyone
all
knows
about self-sufficient and saving money and shit. So,
Hell yeah.
so I definitely always grew up seeing that.
Was there a big community in Ohio? A big Vietnamese community, or is it just like a handful of people just kind of got together?
It's a decent community, believe it or not. You know, we got Cleveland, you got Cincinnati. So Ohio is like one of those places where like you can hit a major city in like an hour and some change. So yeah, growing up, my parents really was big in the Buddhist community. So I'll go to Cincinnati a lot, and then we went to like some temples in Cleveland and stuff like that. So it's a decent size for sure.
Now, let me ask you this though, man. Was it a culture shock coming here?
What out here?
Yeah, to Orange County.
Yeah, first when I was young, I was like, oh shit, this is crazy.
It was like hella bit people.
I think what it was like, when I was in middle school, my uncle got married, and we went down to Atlanta. And Atlanta had like a little small Vietnamese community.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
do.
I remember the first time seeing a Vietnamese security guard. I'm like, bro, you ain't about to do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Quit it, man. Quit it, man.
You know, as I got here, I was like, wow, this is like,
Vietnamese security guard.
yeah. It's funny because like, you know, people from our friends growing up, my sister growing up, family and stuff, you know, they go to OC to vacation. You know what I'm saying? They'll spend like a good week here and just eat. And this is part of my backyard now, so it's kind of pretty dope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I keep telling you, come down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it. You know what I mean? I love coming out here. So
I took him to artists. You know, he goes, I've been here.
yeah, nothing new.
Yeah. Like, you ain't special for him?
Yeah, no, but you know, artists is one of our special places. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, I like to hear the backstory. You know, why you guys started coming here. Like, what made it become where it's at? You know what I'm saying?
Orange County.
No, like artists or certain restaurants and locations and such like that.
You know, they serve good pick food. You know, what do you call that in English, man?
But yeah, I was drinking
Nyậu
food.
food. Yeah. So just sit, shareables,
Fixins.
fixins. You know what I mean?
I grew up on drinking food. My dad was making some good drinking food.
And I can't hang out with dude that like they can't cross contaminate. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
Because we drinking, man. I'm not trying to swap split, but fuck, man, don't be too. You know, let's eat it. You like it, pick at it, go for it. You know, because you know innards, everything that when y'all would have good beer, man. That being said, man, y'all, yo. See, we want to highlight how everybody grows up here in America.
Right.
Even if I have a chance to get cats from Australia, you know, France, because the way they live outside of Vietnam is different, but they have the same fucking heart. That's one thing I noticed about all the Vietnamese.
Yeah.
No matter how different they live, they still have the same heart. Like how proud they are
Right.
of being Vietnamese. You know what I mean?
What did you guys have a lot of Vietnamese pride over in Ohio?
Oh man, it's funny because like growing up, when we first moved to the government housing,
Yeah.
it was like all the homies like Viet, Laos, and Cambodian.
Yeah.
And
We all put together.
You know,
You know what I'm saying?
we all clicked up and
Yeah.
Yeah.
we just had each other's back. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a cool thing about how we operated. Because you go to certain places like certain Vietnamese cats in Cincinnati and stuff like that. They'll make like our dating like some dating homies from that Viet. You know, they'll be hanging out with more of the Viet homies. I think with us, we were just kind of in the mix. So
You had to
growing
lump
up
together.
Yeah, so growing up, there's a lot of shit I seen. You know, like a lot of my Cambodian homies were like Bloods. You know, we got Laos homies on the east side that's running shit. So it's kind of like we all kind of built like the Southeast Asian connection.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's dope. Cleveland's like that too. I mean, I can't speak too much on like a lot of Cincinnati homies and not like that because I wasn't around what they grew up. But you know, We grew up around a lot of mixed homies, and a lot of like I grew up around a lot of Laos homies for sure. So I ate a lot of Laos food growing up, and Cambodian homies. For sure.
We love Lao food.
Em make sure right, mình có một cái bánh canh, cái mì quán đặc biệt, cơm hết hay bún hết, thì em make sure.
You ăn cơm hành, right?
Để ăn chung thôi.
Nhưng mà mình ăn cơm hết hay bún hết, em muốn make sure.
Và bún một cơm.
What do you like?
I don't care.
Cơm đi.
Yes,
Cảm ơn anh nha.
Yeah.
You know that the hen is like, not that many people serve it.
Yeah.
I remember I had that in Hue and shit. I didn't know. It's like the last time I heard that shit.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, see, I haven't been home to any of the mother country cities yet, so I don't know how anything tastes in Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? Last time I tasted something in Vietnam was freaking breast milk. Shut up, man.
I didn't say shit. You're the one who's like, Cambodia.
No, but I'm very fortunate to walk outside my door and whatever I'm craving, I can get it.
Yeah.
No, this is dope to be out here, man.
You know, and a lot of guys I know that live in San Diego, LA, even my boys SGV, they have Vietnamese food, but he still comes down here to eat only.
It's not the same.
He's not the same.
I live like 15 from SVG. I still come out here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, north, central, south, it don't matter.
This is the Mecca.
It's the Mecca, man.
For
And,
sure.
you know, I hated going to LA when I was working down there. Go eat pho. I'm like, fuck, I'm paying $19 for this. Tastes like shit and barely any meat.
When I first moved to LA, I was staying in West Hollywood, and I went to K-Town for some pho. Like, this is not pho, bro.
Right?
Because it was made by Koreans.
Because you know it's Korean. You know it's Korean on when you see a plate of onions. You're like, all right, this is crazy.
Automatic. We eat onions too.
But they gotta bring, they got a whole like an appetizer is a plate of onions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they bring out a plate of onions.
Yeah.
That's how you know. But there's one spot though. Shout out to K-Town Pho. He gets it.
He gets it?
He gets it.
All right, cool,
That's like
man.
no disrespect to anyone in K-Town, but that's like the only spot in K-Town I can go to for pho.
Well, at least now I know, because if I have to go craving for pho,
Go to K-Town Pho, man. Shout out to my guy.
What's your hometown like Vietnamese restaurant over in Ohio?
In Ohio, in Columbus? I go to a spot called Hoong's.
Hoong's?
Yeah, I fuck with it because, believe it or not, I'm from Hue, but I love the southern style boo ma hue.
Wow.
The first time I had it was my homie's mom, and it's a little bit more sour. She had like pineapples in it and stuff like that. So, I don't know, I fuck with that boo ma hue, bro.
Yeah?
I fuck with it.
So you like more southern style than the Hue style?
I kind of, you know what? The only Hue style I really respect is my mom's. And like,
You can't fight mama's
You can't
food,
fight
bro.
mama's food,
and
bro.
I think it's like when I was younger, I used to kind of like, you know, sometimes you don't finish your food, you throw it away.
Yeah.
And then my mom would always tell me like, one day you're gonna wish I can cook this for you. Like don't waste the food, don't waste the food.
Yeah.
And then a few years ago, my mom had a stroke, so she's just paralyzed now. So tasting my mom's boo is, I don't think I'll ever have that again.
Sorry to hear that, man.
Nah,
Sorry
for
to hear
sure.
that, man.
But it's just life lessons, and I think the life lessons is what keep me grounded.
Yeah.
Cause I've been through some shit, bro. I've been through it all, for real.
We can touch it or not touch on it, but yeah, that's why it's important for us to tell stories. We all been through the trenches, you hear me?
Right.
And where we're at now, and what we
Exactly.
appreciate and what we like.
It's for real. Like a lot of, I credit my success to my mom, because I think out of all the cultures, I think especially being from Hue, because we're so conservative, out of all Vietnamese, I believe. And I think like the day I wanted to go to art school to be a fashion designer, I want to do this fashion thing, and then I had to get approval from her. Like, Mom, is it okay if I can go to this school?
Oh shit.
That's some shit that not a lot of kids.
What did she say?
She was stagnant. My dad didn't want me to do it, and then my older brother was like, you know, this is something he loves.
So he stood up for you for a little bit?
My older brother was just like, you know, this is something he loves to do. Like,
Yeah, let's support them.
let him do it, you know. And
Yeah.
I think when they gave me the green light, that's when I was like, all right, that's the hardest part, because when you get the green light, you don't want to fail. Like your biggest thing was like, I think the hardest part is being in the Midwest, like living in Ohio. Like, you're already an underdog.
What fashion come out of Ohio?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're already an underdog. And then 2, you come from a Vietnamese family. And then 3, I think,
And you in government housing, right?
no, at that point we left. We left
Okay,
the government housing and everything like that. But I think just at that point, is like, I always tell people is like, when people feel down or they feel like no one's supporting them or like believing in them, I said, bro, even my own family don't really believe in me, right? And it's tough because like growing up as a kid, when I would do art or anything like that, that was just like some shit you do as a hobby, you know?
Yeah. Were you just like drawing and sketching, or
drawing and sketching? And I used to draw for like little homies, you know, would pay me to draw and stuff like that. I think in high school I started painting on t-shirts, and that was my side hustle. And I think that was really what kind of let me see.
Is that was like the aha moment, like, hey, this is what I want to do?
Nah, so what happened was I was painting t-shirts because most of my homies growing up was selling like
Doing stuff, get it?
yeah, you know, they was doing certain things, you know what I'm saying? And
what's it called? Urban pharmaceutical distributors.
exactly. And I think for me, I was like, I tried it once in high school, my homie. I didn't make any money. I was like, this is stupid. I mean, most of the time we done smoke most of the stuff, so you know, whatever it is.
You didn't learn the first rule, bro? Don't get hired your own supply, man. That shit sells itself, I tell you.
But at the time, I was like, nah, this ain't making no sense, because I can paint a t-shirt or sell a tee and sell like, I used to sell them for like $80 or 50 or, you know, depending on what people want. I was like, in a week I could run up like good 500-600. I'm like, what's the, you know? So that's when I realized like, okay, this is something
I got a better way.
do.
Yeah, you found out a better way.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
a better way.
of course.
Yeah, it's like I don't need to go in that cut. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I used to take the bus and meet people at the mall downtown, and I think that was really cool. The journey of leaving the porch and hopping on a bus, because then you start realizing if you leave the house, you can connect with more people.
Yeah.
And then that's really what led me to explore the world, coming from the Midwest.
Did that feel weird, like leaving your home neighborhood and like exploring out? Because I know a lot of people like here, they have that problem too. Like they don't want to venture out of Westminster. They don't want to venture out of Little Saigon because they're too familiar. All the homies are here, their family's here.
They stay in the bubble.
They're too scared to go outside the OC bubble.
I'll tell you this. In high school, at lunch, I'll go to other high schools.
That's a rite of passage over here, man.
You know what I mean? But like we had open enrollment, so I was like, I'll go on the east side, west side. So I'll just travel everywhere. I think I was just always curious.
Me what?
I got there you go. All right.
So guys, just dip your spoon in there.
Yeah, and dig in.
If y'all don't know what hen is, just explain to them, man.
Man, I don't even know how to explain this.
It's like baby clam, right?
Yeah, it's like a baby
Baby
clam, like hodgepodge and mixture of things.
Yeah.
But not too many places have it.
Soup on the side, right?
All right.
Come on.
It's like Norm's, man. You got soup on the
Soup
side.
on the side, dog. It's like no.
Soup on the side.
Got pineapple in there.
See,
Got some shit.
see, he sees the pineapple.
Yeah, dig in, help himself. You want to mix it up?
Yeah, mix
Want
it
to try
up,
it
man.
out? Since
Try it out, man.
you haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
mix
take a
it
little
up.
bite. Let me take a little bite.
Yeah, take it all, man. I got stuff for us to share, man.
Yeah, we got a bunch.
Yeah.
You want entrable? Entrable?
Sure.
Yeah, come on.
Give me one.
Wow.
Yes.
All right, that's beautiful, man. Yeah. Oh. Eat with your camera, man.
Yeah.
Camera always eats.
I think last time I had that wasn't where, for real. It's been a long time.
what?
No, the thumb ham. Risotto.
Bánh canh.
Yeah.
All right.
Want to try some of this too?
Yeah, I'll try it in a little
Yeah,
bit.
go ahead. Boss. Oops.
Yeah. Cho nước ha, right?
Yeah.
Wow, come on, nhiều nha.
Chú ơi.
Bun gun. I don't want to spill that shit. It's just like all sideways and stuff.
There you go.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Woo. Haven't eaten all day.
Oh, yes.
Thank you to our host, Wang
Thank
Hee.
you, Wang. Man, this is fucking fire, dude.
No, shout out to the boss.
Yeah, the boss is, dude, even got us beverages, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like, we don't have it here, but I'll go get some. I'll go get some.
The funny thing is, he owns another spot down the street. They have beer and wine.
Oh, wow.
Next time he says, man, next time go there, he'll take care of us, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, nah.
no, and then I found out, like, once you know people's, like, business, they're very generous.
Yeah.
Like, our community,
Yeah.
we're standoffish, but we're generous.
I think Vietnamese people in general is generous.
Yeah.
I remember just growing up, and my mom would like, I have one of my homies who went to school with me, and when I was in college, I was like, Mom, he ain't really got a place to stay. He just like, it's my boy, like, can you just crash with us until you get right? And she was like,
Of course, dad's always
Yeah.
gonna give you the side eye and fucking make sure you right. You know what I mean?
But my mom was like, she's just I think, just a giving, like very giving person.
Like
I learned
we-
that from her.
Like I was telling him too. Like we hang out all my boys' garage, right?
Right.
And just hanging out. But everybody's always scared of mom, right?
Yeah.
Mom comes in, the white in your head. You know, it's only 11 o'clock, but you know,
Fucking eat all my food. Fucking leave everything
Make a
dirty.
mess.
Fucking
hit on my daughter.
yeah. Savages.
I remember my first fight in middle school.
Did you win?
I like literally destroyed this kid.
Oh,
He
shit.
like did some like, he said some racist Asian shit to me. And then he tried to tackle me. It was kind of like he was just doing too much. And then I remember I was just like, I just can't take this disrespect. So I whipped his ass. But then when I thought about it, like, yo, I'm gonna be so fucking scared when they call my mom.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna like get in trouble, I have to go all out.
Yeah, because you're gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get in trouble hard, right?
Luckily no teacher was there, so I didn't get in trouble.
That's
But
the
I
thing.
remember I was so scared, bro. I was like, yo, or like, if my mom finds out, it's all about my mom. Like, my mom finds out, I was nervous, bro. I was so scared.
I think
bro.
all of us fear our parents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Your mom whooped you, right? What was her
mom-
weapon of choice?
Cholo guy or sandal.
Definitely, she'll hit me. Usually what she does, my mom, she's like she'll slap me, like she'll backhand me once. Like she's all about like, if I'm gonna hit you once, you're gonna feel it. You know what I
Send
mean?
your ass back.
One hitter quitter.
But one time she took a broom, but not the Vietnamese broom. She took like the Home Depot broom.
Oh shit.
Bro, she
The
beat me.
industrial brand?
Bro, that shit hurt so bad. I was like, damn.
Oh, she must have swung it like a bat.
Oh man. It was one of those. I knew she was mad because I was like ducking. I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh shit, this.
But you know
she's
you did
mad.
wrong though, right?
Oh no, I knew I fucked up. For sure.
Yeah.
When
That's
she
the
went,
thing.
when she went for that, I was like, she went for that. I'm like, damn. You know, it's like a different.
That's the thing, man. We do stuff until we get caught, but we know we caught.
For sure.
Okay, we take accountability. Man, he got me, dude. And that's the thing. They put that fear in you, so you don't do more stupid shit. But you're gonna do it anyways.
Nah, always.
Always.
What do you guys think? You think you should beat your kids?
I think you should discipline them. That's correctly.
Yeah, I don't mean like put cigarettes out on your kids and
Yeah,
shit.
don't
Like, I
use
mean
it
like,
that way.
yeah, discipline.
Yeah.
Like let them know, like, hey, you fucked up.
I mean, there's a balance between discipline and abuse, right?
Yeah.
Right. No.
Abuse is just randomly fucking. You're drunk. You're an asshole. You just want to
Yeah.
fucking whip your kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like breaking
But-
bones and shit.
Yeah, but if your kid did wrong, I don't know. I don't subscribe to go in the corner. No iPad for the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta.
Sometimes a kick in the ass is a kick in the ass, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Fuck,
think
we grew up with priests and nuns that kick our ass. And it was even worse trouble if they told your parents. Like if somebody out inside your community caught you do some saying shit, some shit to you, you don't even talk back
That's
to
the
them.
thing, though. I could say growing up here was tough for you guys, because my parents had a language barrier, so like they couldn't go to like parent-teacher conferences and really understood
same.
anything.
But we had
But out
community
here, I'm
churches.
saying you got community churches. They could speak to your parents, let you know how you really act.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
I remember in middle school, I used to outsmart the teachers. I like, my parents really don't know speak English that well, bro. So-
Bro, I signed my own permission slips, man.
Right.
Because you know what? I filled out all the documents, so this signature is all mine.
Yeah, I had to learn how to forge too.
I didn't have to forge, it was my signature.
So I filled out the paperwork.
I remember in middle school, I used to, I used to help homies fix their report cards.
And then like, you know, I
That shit was bad.
dude, we all do bad shit in high school, man.
Right.
I used to call in sick on my own voice. Because, you know, the whole broken, you know,
Oh,
some
yeah.
dog voice, you know what I mean? My son's sick, okay? He comes back tomorrow,
Right.
okay? Any problem, you call me.
This number.
His number.
But the fucked up part for me was, like, my sister was like, bro, honor roll, got a full ride to college. My little brother had really good grades. I was the only one fucking up, so I was like battling with the middle child syndrome situation.
Middle child, black sheep, whatever you want to
Black
call
sheep.
it, man. You took chances. So I deducted down to taking chances.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you went outside the norm. That's why your fashion sense probably has to speak that way. Taking chances.
No, tell us about your brands, and then
Okay, so I used to have a store back home called Made & Co Gallery, you know, so it's like a store I had on High Street, and it's crazy because when I first graduated, I was partially living in New York, trying to figure out life, you know, the life of this kid that just graduated from design school.
how old are you at this time?
I was like 24, 25.
Wow,
And I was
right in
Young
New York,
buck,
huh?
fresh out.
You know what I mean? Just trying to figure out life, and
Yeah.
I remember going to New York a lot, and I remember meeting with the HR director for Ralph. And you know, Ralph Lauren is like,
That's big shit.
yeah, it's like a dream job. It never worked out. I ended up getting to the finish line, but I think what I know now is, you know, economy and what offers and these type of things. And then,
Upcycling this.
so one day I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back home and figure it all out again. Open up a store. And then I interviewed for Urban Outfitters, moved to Philly to design for Urban Outfitters. So that was like my big corporate job, making that move. Then I went to Levi's. I went to LA for a little bit at Forever 21, did a little bit of time, like design there for a little bit. Then I had an opportunity to go design for Levi's. So that was really cool.
That must have been a moment, man. I'm fucking working for Levi.
You know, the thing is, like, out of all the places I worked for, like, my parents, that was the only company their friends knew. That, oh, Levi's.
Levi's.
You know what I mean? Like, they was proud, like, oh, you work for Levi's now, you know what I'm saying? So, but
Hey,
when
when you talk about Americana,
yeah.
Was that when your parents felt like, or you felt that your parents like are like, yeah,
my kid can do this.
my kid did something
Yeah, yeah,
because he went with
yeah.
Levi's.
Yeah, and I think through that process was, I wasn't really the happiest working at Levi's, right? It was my dream job, but it wasn't fulfilling for me deep down inside.
Why do you feel that it wasn't fulfilling for you?
I was by myself, for real. Like, I lived in the Bay, and I was going to LA. I was going back to LA a lot. I really didn't get a chance to really embrace the Bay to the end. Like, by the time I really embraced the Bay and was like moving around with the homies from the Bay,
Which part of the Bay?
I lived in Oakland.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So by the time I really embraced the Bay and accepted that part of my chapter, COVID came. You know what I mean? So it was just so eerie, like a situation. So then when I got laid off during pandemic, I moved back to LA. Well, I moved in with my sister for a little bit, and then I moved to LA. And then when I went back to LA, I was like, all right, like, this is why I bet on myself, right? At this point, I need to figure out what I really need to do and just bet on myself. And then, ironically, some shit happened one or another and led me to a TV show I ain't know shit about, you know? I'm like, I don't know how this TV shit works,
I'll get on.
you know? And then, I think after that I created NGO, and I think NGO is just my last name. And then one day I was just sitting there just thinking, like, what is NGO? Like, I started putting NGO on a lot of my homework when I was in school.
Yeah.
I used to put like made by NGO. That's how my handle came out.
Yeah.
And at the time I was like, my name is so like my full name is Ngao Khan. So it's like Ngao is Jade and then Khan. So like that's my full name. So when you see that together, you're like, what the, like the teachers would just always just like butcher my name.
Yeah.
And then when I just came with, you know, let's run with NGO. And then one day I was just thinking like, oh, NGO, like nothing grows overnight. That's the story, because on the show I talked a lot about growth. And then I just came down to think about like growing up in America, and especially like the Midwest and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy, but sometimes they really make you hate yourself. Like
They make you guess yourself.
Yeah, like, yo, like, I think the part was when my parents got a citizenship and we were supposed to be a citizen, and then my mom was like, do you want an American name? You know what I mean? right? You know, like everybody got an American name. And then I looked at my little brother, I was like, man, fuck that, bro. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not about to change my name so these Americans can
Pronounce it right.
Yeah. Fuck that. And I was like, we're gonna ride with this shit. And my mom put a lot of time and effort into creating our names. We all got Ngao in front of our name. Like, fuck that. So then, as I got into my identity and me building myself, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make what you guys hate, what you guys made me hate, into something you love. So that's why I came with NGO.
Nothing
Nice.
grows overnight.
Nothing grows overnight, man.
Ain't that the truth?
Y'all
You know?
don't need a fast track nothing, man.
And nothing grows overnight. And then that was it. I was just like, cool. And then shout out to my boy Sinai. You know, he works over with Dave Chappelle.
Nice.
Dave Chappelle lives in Columbus, Yellow Springs, Ohio. I call Sinai ASAP. Like, yo, I need this trademark, bro. Like, I need this trademark. Nothing grows overnight. This is it. And yeah, so that's just been my journey. And I think I said on American Rag, when I did some stuff with American Rag, I was like, my brand is just the story of my life. You know what I mean? Just like the odd kid that was around all the bullshit that also seen the beautiful side of things, right? Like loving muscle cars and loving like James Dean and liking vintage and just like truly understanding like developing good taste at that point, right? At a young age, I've always had like a different taste than everyone else. And yeah, so now, I mean, it's dope, bro. Like just seeing people wearing my last name on a product,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, that's kind of cool. Cause these, I'm telling you, they like made me like, I used to wonder like, why is my name like this? Like why it's so hard to pronounce or why people feel this type of way towards me and stuff. So as a child, you're always questioning yourself. And I think the person I idolized the most when I was younger was Bruce Lee and Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? It was people that just, like Bruce Lee is how I learned how to fight. Like he's just whooping everybody's ass, disrespecting him, and Michael Jordan just coming in and whooping everybody, you know, beating everybody in the league, and and even though growing up in the hood, like when Mike was playing, the whole neighborhood was quiet. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, man, you know,
it's just iconic to witness. You know what I'm saying?
you got to pick champs. You got to pick champs, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy though, right? Did you ever imagine you taking that, you know, taking your name and then putting it and then giving it, you know, nothing grows overnight, and then seeing, how do you feel like if people of like non-Vietnamese like wearing your stuff?
You know, the funny part is I'm still trying to tap in with my Vietnamese people. You know what I'm saying? Like, or my Asian community. Like I grew up having more support from the black community, believe it or not. So then one of my boys was like, yo, this is crazy because all these Asian dudes or these other guys, they trying to get the cosign from the urban community. And you got that already.
Yeah. You got.
So with me, I'm just trying to get not the cosign, it's not about the cosign, but it's just like the respect, and people don't see the challenges I face, you know what I'm saying? Like, one time I spoke to somebody from Nike, I said, you guys just champion all like Korean, Japanese, Filipino, because they got a basketball community, or Chinese. Nothing disrespect to them. I feel like they do a good job of embracing Nike and the swoosh, but when is the Southeast Asian, when is that Vietnamese person gonna get the
fucking
opportunity?
factories there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, when can we be the one that's gonna make it look cool? And I remember she was like, if you want to do an AAPI campaign, what would you do? I was like, I just want to get up, get fly, throw all my favorite Jordans, pick up the homies, and go get fucked. That'd be my video. And she's like, for real? I said, that's gonna touch the people. You know what I mean? This is really what's gonna make the people look at you like, oh, they got the right one. You know what I'm saying? I always believe that. I've always believed one day I was gonna be the one that's gonna represent a Vietnamese American the right way, right? Even, you know, learning about being on a show and learning how Hollywood treats Asian people and stuff like that, the roles and stuff like that. So I've always just wanted to keep it cool, because I was like, yo, we got a lot of cool Vietnamese people. Yeah. We got a lot of cool Asian people in general, but let's spotlight us. Like, instead of making it like the whole, I guess, program they create in entertainment, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you this, man. This area used to have a lot of cut and sew factories. A lot of people did cut and sew work. They did seamstress. They did factory work for other people. I was just sad that they never started their own brand, because that had all the supply chain resources. They knew how to make this shit. They knew what stitching is. They knew what quality is. You know what I mean?
Nah, definitely. I mean, I honestly, there's one person I really want to show love to, is like, you know, I gotta always show love to Chris Leverage, because when I first came out here in 2018, I just had a random ass meeting with him. Like, just like my homie said, yo, it's a guy, he got the same last name as yours. You got to check him out, meet him up with him. I'm like, all right, cool.
Shout out Chris Ngo, leverage, man.
So I met up with him, and I was just seeing what he was doing. I was just like, wow, this shit's all happening out here. And just to see that, I was just like, now I gotta give him his flowers every time. So I was like, yeah, that's dope. So shout out to him, because when I first came out, I didn't really realize like that was a thing, and you know what I mean. OC, everything is always like in the fashion district or downtown LA or East LA and shit like that.
It is, and but that's the thing. Like how many cats we knew back then that went to FITM. FITM is like a local, like it's a fashion school here.
I only know rich girls that go to FITM.
Right, but you know, everybody in Orange County used to like find you a trade, right? Because back then it's like in the 80s, find you a trade. In the 90s, find you a trade, and half the girls I knew went to FITM.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it wasn't cheap.
It was expensive.
It was expensive. It was like 10 racks.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
No, but this is the 90s.
Man, shit. I knew about FITM later. But shit, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I found out about FITM, I was like, damn, I should have went there.
Really?
My school is expensive, bro.
How much is that?
Without scholarship and shit, you're looking at like, probably like 20 something.
But that's in current times, right?
A year,
Yeah.
type shit.
So 10 racks back
then is a lot.
Is a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
I think it's way more expensive now.
yeah,
For sure.
but my whole thing is nobody did anything with it.
Yeah.
There was only one cat from this area, Philip Lim.
Philip Lim.
He's the first to get into Barney's, all this.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know the exact story, but he's high fashion.
Yeah.
Okay, he grew up here.
Right. Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so dude, like in the heart of Bosa.
You said Philip Lim?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
My ex-girlfriend from back in the day, she was from Cincinnati, but her first internship was with Philip Lim in New York.
Dude, dope as fuck.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, and he broke off in the 90s. But he never stopped, you know, and I go, dude, why isn't there more of them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I go, because look, man, let's be real, man. Bosa, Vietnamese, we're very superficial. We're brand whores.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, back in the day, man, 80s, 90s, everything's Stussy, fucking Guess, Jordache, you know, fucking Gerbeau.
Right.
All that. Anything from fucking merry-go-round, they wanted it.
Right.
Okay, a pair of jeans was $60 back then when a regular 501s were 20. You know what I mean?
But sometimes it's kind of hard. It's kind of crazy because it's like, it's something that I deal with being in Ohio sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to ask yourself, it's like, sometimes you got to leave for them to support you.
You got to leave.
Right? And I think maybe like, Philip had to leave to go to New York and do what he had to do, his journey.
Yes.
To become who he is now.
Because we said the same thing. Do your people actually support your people's shit?
Right. My people?
No, Vietnamese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because sometimes they think it's corny.
Right.
You know, sometimes, man.
Number one hater is your kind, bro.
Yeah, the biggest hater is your own.
Of course.
But then your biggest advocate is your own. But it's hard to believe sometimes.
Yeah.
Like even growing up with me, like I was telling you about all the Laos homies and a couple of they homies and shit I grew up with. And, you know, they used to talk shit and think I was gay because I was in a fashion program.
That's what I was going to ask you.
You know
because
what I'm saying?
You asking me if he's gay?
No. No, because if you're
I'm sorry,
young,
I can help it.
if you're young, I want to do hair, I want to do nails, I want to do fashion.
Right.
They categorize you in that. Yeah, but what are you, fucking little fairy? What?
Tanay Fay.
Yeah, no, man, I'm fairy, I'm gay. Man,
That was then.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, people didn't understand.
Well, I
You
know.
know? Like, you couldn't be fashionable or else they would have called you like Metro.
Yes. Back
You
then
know
there was
what
a term called Metro.
Okay, so that happened to me in high school. So I'm from Ohio. We're from the Midwest, and I grew up listening to a lot of Dipset and Cameron.
Wait, what was that one more time?
Dipset and Cameron.
Okay.
So I grew up on a lot of Dipset and Cameron. That's all I used to play in high school. And I remember one time I used wearing pink to school a lot, and then my mom stopped me before I went to school, and she's like, "Yo,
What year is this?
man, this is like
This is important.
2000.
I know
yeah.
this.
2000?
2000.
2000.
Ooh,
Oh.
2000 wearing pink, man.
Ooh.
Pink.
They didn't even call it salmon yet, you know what I mean?
Yeah, pink.
Guys who wear pink punch harder, okay?
And then my little brother was trolling my mom, and she stopped me. He's like, "Are you what's going on? Like, you've been wearing a lot of pink to school."
Just checking his sexuality.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on there, son?
Let him finish the story. Let him finish the story.
But it's funny because he really was like, you know, you've been wearing a lot of pink lately. I was like, nah, ma, I love girls, but I'm not gay.
Yeah.
This is just fashion right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, this is cool, mom. You don't
I had
understand.
a pink bandana shirt on and shit. I was, you know.
You had a pink paisley on.
Yeah,
Pink
but
Panthers,
she had to question it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She had to check.
She had to
The
check
Timbs was pink. It was, you know, it definitely was pink was going on.
Yeah,
but-
your accessory for pink had to have a little question mark on it. You know what I mean?
But at the time, my mom didn't know the flex. Like, mom,
Yeah.
you know how hard it was when we get these pink Timbs?
Yeah.
Like, this is hard. Like, I've spent money and
Yeah.
this tee. Everybody has shirt wants this T-shirt. When I would go to
Yeah.
school, I'm really him with this tee. And
Yeah.
you know, I think later on she finally understood. But
Yeah.
you know, just curious because she just seen me wearing a lot of pink. That was the funny part about it.
But you know what the crazy part is? At the end of the day, your parents check you, but they're actually okay with it. You know what I mean? No matter what you lean on. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They
right,
prefer not,
Right.
but they ain't gonna fucking kick you out of the damn house. You know what I mean? And hey, look, man, we all have that masculine identity. You know what I mean? Especially in our world, you know, the misogynistic identity of what's masculine.
Right.
It's like, fuck, I know a lot of gay guys that are more masculine than fucking some of my own other friends. You know what I mean?
My whole life I was exposed to the most masculine man in the world was my dad. You know what I'm saying? He fought for South Vietnam. He was a pilot. So growing up, seeing his masculinity and kind of, this man never once told me he loved me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
Never smile.
Never smile. You know, he always had his little thing, and I was just like, I think what really made me realize, like, I used to always never really understood my dad growing up, and then one day I finally got a chance to meet all his boys. And then they call him like An, and they like show him so much respect. And I asked my mom, like, why Pop get this type? You know, he getting a lot of love from his boys, and he's like, he was a captain, bro. These were his little bros. He practically took care of these guys.
He ran shit.
Yeah, ran shit, and I was just like,
What?
wow. And I think that made me respect him a lot more.
Oh,
Change
hell
of
yeah.
perspective. Yeah.
And then I think it brought me closer to him. You know what I mean? And I was just like, I gotta give this man a lot more respect. And I think my mom, like my soft side comes from my mom. Like my caring side, my loving side, it comes from her. Like I remember one time my dad told me the most G shit ever. He said, if you're gonna get in a fight,
You better
at
win.
least win the fight.
Yeah.
Because if you get in a fight, you just wasted your time.
Yeah.
Damn it.
And he told me fighting is a waste of time. He always told me as a young, he's like, fighting is a waste of time. But if you're gonna get in a fight, you gotta at least win the fight.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Hey, when they drop knowledge, they drop knowledge.
They
right?
drop knowledge,
Yeah. Like my dad, he's stoic, man. You don't see him smile. What's your dad's version of a hug?
What's
My
that?
dad's this. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
just
what's
tapped you
that?
and shit,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
What's that?
Yeah, like
What's a hug?
that's, if it's a 3-tap, that's a big hug. You know what I mean? If it's just this,
That's a good job.
if it's just this, it's like I don't see what this is a Vietnamese hug right here.
Yeah.
Right? It's a show. That's what I mean. What was like his way of showing you love without saying nothing?
I don't. Sometimes he'll just like smirk at me, or he just like literally just tap me. I don't know. I never really understood, bro.
It's
To
a
this-
tap. It's a
To
tap.
this day, it's
a tap.
undefined. I don't know how.
I can't define it, but my closest thing is,
Yeah.
and if he does this for a long time, it just does this. Like he's feeling something. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you hug your dad?
okay, fair enough.
He taps you, but do you hug him?
No,
I hug my dad.
I have hugged my dad, but like,
My dad is funny because like when he drops me off the airport,
yeah.
and I'll like get out the car, and I'll like he'll just sit in the car, and I just come and give him a hug, like,
Yeah.
"Hi, Pop, see you later." And he's like,
Yeah, they
he's
stiff it up,
stiff,
right?
He's
Yeah.
still stiff. And then I was just like, whatever. I just at this point I was like, I guess I just keep showing you love too. Whatever.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand. I think that's the part that like a lot of myself growing up as a kid was like being able to understand. Like I think that's really what made me like not be too soft in life. Where like I think the moment I ever had of my dad where he kept it really like I kept it so G with him. My mom was going through a surgery and we was hurrying up to go to the hospital to see. Cut through this fucking neighborhood by my house. So they got like their own like it's like a small ass neighborhood, but they have their own police department.
Yeah.
One of those little weak ass neighborhoods. And I remember the police pulled me over, and I don't know, but I had some warrants.
Okay. I don't know. That's
I just had some warrants. Whatever.
You were unaware.
Unaware.
Yeah.
And then,
Nobody notified me.
Yeah.
yeah, and then when the police cuffed me and put me in a, you know, I looked at my dad, I was like, just don't tell nobody about this. Like, I know in life there's a lot of things that I do that you're not the proudest about, but like, if you respect me as a son, like, I don't want my mom to know about me, about this situation. And
Yeah.
if you respect me, then
Keep your damn mouth shut.
just keep it shut. And then I think watching him and my brother look at me while I'm getting cuffed up and they put me in their thing and they take me away,
Yeah.
that was that moment I was like, damn, like, you know.
The shame kicked in.
And then when he, you know, found out he didn't really talk about it like that, I was like, you know, that's the sign. Was like, okay, he showed me that love and respect. And yeah, ever since, you know, I ain't gonna hold you, that shit was whack. Like, I wasn't proud about the whole situation. Like, I think when I was in there, I was just like, I should be going to see my mom
And I'm
after
here.
surgery, and I'm over here dealing with this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think I learned through those stages. I guess when I think I was going to school, figuring out life, and then I was just like, all of this shit is whack. Like, this shit is not cool. And then I think shout out to my ex. I remember one time our cousin, we got into some shit, and then I remember she went off on me. She's like, what kind of fucking fashion designer are you out here, you know, with your cousin? Y'all fighting and shit. This is not cool.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, you're right. Like, you're 100% right. I just seen my boy getting socked out. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
So at the time, after that, I was like, yo, you're right. Like, so, you know, I call it PT. My PT with my cousins now, it slowed down. And that's why I told myself I need to focus on school. I need to focus on education. I need to leave that bullshit alone. And yeah, shout out to her, because that was the last time I got into some bullshit for her.
That was cool because like how you grew up is like here, you know, if people get in trouble, they got caught up, and you gotta find a trade.
Yeah, figure it out.
You gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna tell you what the trade is. You know, you got all these options. You know,
Right,
you
right,
chose
right.
your passion. Some people had to do manual labor, blue collar. Some people became nail techs and hair dudes. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Most of the most gangster motherfuckers I know did nails.
I just did a whole thing about that, man. People don't know. In the 90s, if you got a male in a hair tech, most likely he's a motherfucking gangster.
Yeah, most of them is all like.
Most likely he's on the run.
He's on the run. Or he's on probation and he needs to be in this city to not get in trouble.
Most of the homies back home that's really about that shit was full-time nail techs, part-time bookies.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Well, shout out to my cousin, but that's what they were. That's who they were. And
That's repeated throughout all of the United States.
Yeah.
They leave wherever they're at, like San Jose, Orange County, Houston, and then they go to like Indiana, do this. Because why? There ain't no trouble there. But
trust me, the shit I told you about, the last little shindig I got into,
yeah,
one of the homies that got into it and created the whole situation was some dude that just moved into Ohio from Sacramento. And he was just, they just be pulling up, and I was just like, damn, he's
because you know
about that shit.
there's a sense like he thought y'all soft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was trying to show out.
Yeah.
That's what it was. He was trying to show out.
Always out of towners.
Always out of towners.
What would be your advice to say, maybe not like a younger you, but like a younger person who's kind of like trapped in all that, right? And wants to pursue a passion or wants to kind of get away from, you know, all this stuff that can get you in trouble, get you in these problems, and trying to find like the will to pursue and not listen to like the homies or like their family or something like that, who are kind of not fully supportive of what they want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Same advice I gave myself. Just I've always said that if I continue to live a life for them, I would never be fulfilled. So at the same time, like, listen to yourself and know what's really, what are you, like, who you really are. You know, be true to yourself. This shit, like, if like, I think it was myself growing up, you know, like all my homies, I had a double life. Yeah, my teenage years are double life. I was really popular in high school. I went to a very urban high school. So we had like basketball games, football games. And I also had the double life. Was hanging with all my cousins, all the Viet homies. And I used to go to their house after school and they would Nhậu and drink.
Yeah.
And listen to like techno and dance music like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
A little new wave
You know,
here, they go out
but
there.
it really
listen
was
to some
Techno.
trill music.
We shouldn't say it like that. It's like, you know, techno.
dance or whatever, and it really was my vibe. It really wasn't my vibe.
Yeah.
I would just venture out and go to football games and basketball games because, believe it or not, I just wanted to see girls. I was like, yo, they got the shorties out here.
Right?
I'm about to go hang out with y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Drink till like 3, 4 in the morning, you know, and then I think what that was just letting me know that like a lot of kids or a lot of people that don't know how to find themselves, they don't know that there's another door.
There's an alternative.
There's an alternative, right? And I think with me, I've always found an alternative.
Yeah.
But anything I would tell my younger self is like, just do better, like saving your money. I was making too much money at a young age. I was making too much money.
Yeah,
so
you're
like,
just balling out.
I did really well. I would say I did really
It's
well.
stupid money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stupid money
Okay.
make stupid shit. You know what I mean?
And it was not even through no trap shit. It was like through some fashion shit.
Yeah.
But it was like, yeah, I was
got
having
paid.
strive. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
making decent money. And if I would tell myself like, stack up and travel more. You know what I mean? So travel a lot actually. I think when I was 28, I went to Tokyo and that changed my life. So I wish I would have went to Tokyo earlier as a teen. Or coming out here.
Like right now, you talking to us, you're in Little Saigon. If I asked you to do a design for this area, can you knock that out?
Absolutely. You know?
And that way, you know, the Vietnamese folks from wherever you are, man. This dude is like that with the fashion, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Pink
And-
Tims, bro.
Huh?
Got the pink Tims.
You got pink Tims,
You
man.
still got them?
Now I want to bring them back. I gotta
Yeah.
bring them back.
Be
Hell yeah.
fashion forward. Don't be afraid, man. You don't wear a pink
Yeah.
shirt, wear a pink shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because right now, look, I own a merch brand. It's not a fashion brand. I'll be straight up. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
it's funny because my nephew would send me all your shit, like like that Cafe Du Monde shit. He like, yo, you know, he be sending me stuff on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is funny. This is funny. I fuck with it. 'Cause, you know, I think that's a big part of fashion and streetwear is like flips and stuff like that. So a good flip, like, you know, the Hennessy shit, you know what I mean? That's just dope.
Yeah, dude, you gonna work with me? You got something? Let's do something for next year, man.
Oh yeah, we gotta do that for New Year's.
Yeah.
I did a New Year's shirt. Well, I did a Year of the Dragon shirt.
Let's do a limited drop for New Year's,
I
man.
did a Baccarat shirt, but you know, I want to make something that's kind of like when somebody's Vietnamese see it, they're like, oh shit, that's dope.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Cause you got artists here, and just let me facilitate this shit. You know what I mean?
I'll love to do like a cool bao shirt or something like that.
what?
Shit, cool bao, bao cool, whatever. It's like it's that. I'm telling you, bro. That is different, bro. That is the reason why we're fucking gamblers. All the little kids
Every
getting
year.
around.
Okay,
Every
man.
year.
Go back to
force you to-
that cool bowl. Okay, let me ask you this, man.
Yeah.
You cool get to get a bowl.
Stupid.
Somebody told me that. What's bowl?
Bao is it's the gourd.
Okay, why they call it when you're pregnant? You go come on.
You know, similarities.
Similarities.
Okay. And the cool, you cool you.
Cool bao. It's not cool. You know, it's cool. Cool bao. You know?
I just don't know the language that well.
But that's literally his skill, bro. He knows how to flip shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That's why all this shit makes sense.
Like growing up, like Cafe Du Monde, like that can,
Yeah.
like that Cafe Du Monde.
It's iconic, dog.
Yeah, it's a
No,
super
like
ashtray.
literally, that was my mom's savings account.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
My mom
yeah.
used to keep all her money in there.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was like, that was mom's savings account.
Yeah, that was the savings bank.
That was her little savings
Yeah.
account. So when I went to New Orleans, I actually got a chance to really go there and eat the food and drink the coffee and have the beer. I was like, yo, this is fucking like, I felt like I was at home.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, like that
Yeah,
was my
this
mom's
is it.
savings account. Like growing up, I used to see my mom either put money in there or take a couple dollars out, and I'm like, oh, that's my like a little yellow can. That's
You ever
my-
steal from there?
Nah, not from my mom. No, I can't do it from my mom.
Yeah.
Can't steal from my mom.
Bro, Cafe Du Monde was like that's how the Vietnamese coffee survived here. And because we got to America, there was nothing else similar. And for some odd reason, the Vietnamese,
Even Ohio, even Columbus. That's
yeah,
what we drink.
and it's just so funny. The Vietnamese, settled in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You just happened to find it, and it just fucking worked. And to this day, man, shout out to all the Asian Cajuns. You know what I mean? But
I love like New Orleans. One of my favorite cities, man.
yeah, Nola dudes, fucking Now they moved to Texas. Texas is blowing up.
Yeah. Shout out to Houston. I got an uncle out there.
Yeah, man. You know, they do their
Food there is
thing.
crazy too.
Cause I like that crawfish, little mud bugs. You know what I mean?
Love it, bro.
See, and that's why, like, me and Andy, we champion culture. You know what I mean?
Right.
It doesn't have to be past culture. It's just like, what are we gonna do now?
Right.
What are you gonna do now? What you know, and how we're gonna present ourselves out here and now. What we're gonna do going forward, right?
Right.
And see, you're in the fashion, and you're deep in the heart of LA,
Right.
and you're with it. You know what I mean? How many people moved to LA just for that?
Quite a lot. And I mean, honestly, man, I gotta always say, like, I've always keep an Ohio hat on me.
Yeah, you represent
I
all day
represent
long.
where I'm from, and the love I get in LA is, I love it, man. I love LA. Like, you know, everywhere I go, I've always learned how to, you know, be respectful and operate the right way, and kind of, you know, don't come out here on some dumb shit. You know, show love, and the love is gonna come back. So,
I think that comes from how people move.
yeah, no, I think I had a lot of OGs growing up.
Yeah,
I was always like the youngest out the crew, or I always had like, I think the biggest sign of respect for me when I go back home, where I'm like with my cousins, all the OGs, is like when an OG crack you a bottle, like, you know, they open up a beer for you. It's like, I fuck with little homie. I'm gonna give him beer.
and that's why we Nhậu to this day. Because why? That's what our elders did. That's what man.
So when they
Cheers,
come out
man.
their way and like open up you a beer and
Fuck it.
hand it to you, that's like, oh wow.
Hey, that's the way of breaking bread, bro. You know, there's nothing to it, right? When you got invited to the table and they crack you one, you know, they fucking, here, eat this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, that was always my, the thing for me was being able to have like my journey and a lot of the people that I was around, and they kind of know, you know, like, he's in college, like, you know, I think my biggest thing was making my mom proud. My mom's American dream was to see us walk the stage and get a college degree.
Bro, to this day, I tell people I'm a motherfucking mama's boy. Tell me something, you know what I mean?
I'm the biggest mama's boy.
Same here. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, we love moms. Dad keeps us in line.
I love my moms, and I love my older sisters because they like my moms too.
Yeah.
You know, growing up, my older sister was 16 years older than me, so she was fucking my mom. You know, my other sister, she was like my mom too. Like, she's the one that took us to the fair, took us to amusement parks, bought us clothes, bought us shoes. My mom and dad wasn't, you know, that's one thing about my mom and dad. They wasn't able to do that with us.
Yeah.
You know, go to places and shit like that. So you had your big sisters to take you. So shout out to my big sisters. They're really like my moms too. And I think my most memories that I love the most was being able to, in college, work at the nail shop with them. You know what I mean? I think I was able to understand how hard they work.
Yeah.
I used to think they grew money on trees type shit. You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck is all this coming from? In a fast period of time. But when you actually work with them, and I think
They know you know the struggle.
I know the struggle, and I knew that when I was in college, it's kind of like, in a sense, you about to enlist yourself, right?
Yeah.
So in a sense, when I was in school, I was like, all right, I'm about to enlist myself. Like, as soon as I get that degree, I'm getting the fuck up out of here.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that time of me being able to work with them, I was able to really spend time and get to know them. Because once I got my degree and got that job at Urban, I left, and
Booked it.
you know, being able to see them so much period of time in the year, and I go back home often, for real. Like, I really love Ohio.
Yeah.
So I go off often, but I always tell people, like, those times being able to work with my sisters and kind of even hanging out, eating lunch with them, is like we actually get to know each other and stuff like that. 'Cause, you know,
It's precious moments, man. Like, that's what we value now.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The time we have with people.
Did you see that Jamie Foxx special?
Yeah.
On Netflix?
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Fuck, dog.
What is it?
Like, Fool almost died. Fool almost died, right? And he comes back, and he's just like, he just has like this new grasp on life. And he just has like all this appreciation for like all the people who saved his life, and it's like his daughter and his family.
Yeah.
And he's just like crying, and it's, you know, I mean, there's a lot of God too, a lot of praise to God, and you know, and Jesus and stuff too. But he's just like, it gave him a new perspective of like, hey, I'm Jamie Foxx. Fucking Jamie Foxx don't get sick. Jamie Foxx can't die. Jamie Foxx can't like have these problems and shit like that. But it happens to you. It happens to everybody.
Happens to everybody, man.
Yeah.
We're not immortal, dude.
Like, I think with him, it's just like how he talked about having a stroke. My mom had 2 strokes. You know what I'm saying? So being able to like, I've seen that shit firsthand. Like, I remember riding an emergency with my mom, taking her to the hospital. And then the part that really tripped me out about the Jamie Foxx was when he went to Chicago and he had certain places that had treatment. Like, shout out to my older sister. She was a nurse, and my mom was going to the hospital and they're just like giving her some medicine. And luckily, a doctor was like, yo, your mom should go to Mount Carmel East. There's a specialist out there. Took my mom to the hospital. Next day, we gotta do surgery right now. The same way how Jamie Foxx spoke about, we gotta do it now.
Yeah.
That's the same shit with my mom. And I think my mom blessing was, I remember vividly when I was like a late teenager. I might have been like my 9th grade year or something like that, or middle school, 8th grade, go to middle school. I was sleeping in the basement. I was living there for a little bit, and then my mom was like, "Hey, we're gonna have like some Tibetan monks join us." So what?
What the fuck?
You know, she was like, they're doing a passage through America to fundraise money, and this temple called us and was like, "Can you guys like, you know, let these guys stay and stuff like that?" I was like, "Mom, you serious?" She was like, "Yeah." So like 18 Tibetan monks stayed in our basement. Yeah.
How big is your damn basement, man?
It was a decent size for what it was, but
We don't have basements here.
yeah.
We don't know the size of that,
Yeah,
man.
we had basements, and then I think that was like dope because I really got the chance to know the monks and stuff like that.
Oh,
and
shit.
then just throughout life, seeing all the beautiful things my mom has done, and you know, even waiting for my dad for 10 years when he was in prison, and yeah, just seeing all the beauty in her, and for her to survive the strokes and all that stuff. So back to what Jamie went through, you know, that's crazy, some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, for all the moms out there and all the sisters out there, man, your little brothers, your son, you know you know we love you, man.
Right.
I don't say it. Fuck you too, but like, I love you.
That's that sibling shit, bro.
Yeah, the
Siblings, man, you know? We fight, we do shit, you know? But at the end of the day, I know they care.
I remember, it's funny, it's like my sister, she posting about me, she proud. I think the thing about me, I just be so hard on myself, it's probably because my dad, but like, I'm like, not yet.
Yeah, well, I ain't there.
I'm not there yet, not there yet.
Yeah.
You know, but when I did the collab with Ohio State,
That was a proud moment, I bet.
huh?
That was a proud moment.
Man, it was like, I don't know, like for me, because I know how prestige Ohio State is, because I grew up in Columbus, Ohio, seen that shit. And I remember I was like, man, they don't give collabs to nobody, bro.
Yeah.
Like I remember Eric Emanuel, I heard he tried to do some shit. I remember Travis Scott did some shit, Fanatics. It's like, they're very selective who they give their shit out to. And when I was able to do this shit for them, I was just like, one, me being like Vietnamese and Asian, and then two, just also being an inner city kid, and then me to also be fully independent. You know, they give that a lot to like big retailers or boutiques and stuff like that. But for me to be like one of the first ones from my city to touch that, man, that's a proud moment for me.
Heck yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this, man. There's that I made it moment, and not financially, but like something you would fucking thought would never fucking happen. You know what I mean? Like your Ohio State moment.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the money,
It wasn't about money.
right? But then there's situations I made because I made a lot of motherfucking money. Okay. What would be your defining moment? I fucking made it. You know what I mean? Either or, you know?
Man,
That's the goalpost.
I think when I graduated, because I got really, nobody knows this, but I cursed out the president of my college. That had me fucked up.
Now everybody knows.
No, like I was in like a real room with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I told him he did a terrible job. This professor he had was terrible. Like I went off because they was on some bullshit with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me to strive through that, because they was on some bullshit. I always know that. Well, my second proudest moment is coming back to talk to the students. I'm like, okay, now y'all bringing me back to talk.
That's your I made it moment?
Yeah.
Somebody
but
gonna listen to me.
You're gonna listen to me and that. And I mean, I gotta say, like, just, I don't know, like, it's a lot of moments in my life, but that moment was just like achieving that, making my mama proud, she seeing that. That was a great feeling because it's like your whole life you dreamed to go
Make your
to
parents
art
proud.
college and you finally did it, so that was my moment.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, even getting the jobs was a big moment for me, but it's just that was a moment I was like, all right, I'm really happy.
Art is hard.
Yeah.
Art is hard.
But then, the Ohio State definitely was the biggest moment for sure. Because, even though I have my older brother, he's like one of the most negative guys ever. You know what I mean? He's
we got a handful of those guys.
he's such an asshole. But however, I show love, so I did a collection on him.
Nice.
Because he was like one of the biggest Ohio State fans.
Oh yeah.
Due to he made a lot of money with them, betting and shit. But I remember he used to want me to go to all the games and stuff. I was young, but I never seen a guy that was just so in love with Ohio State, and he made me like see what Buckeye Nation was about. Like, wow, like this is crazy. This is college football. You know what I'm saying? This is us. This is what we have.
Me and him always talk about like joining tribes. You know what I mean? Be proud of your tribe.
Right.
But also hanging out with other tribes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we all have our personal tribe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I definitely get a lot of inspiration through tribes and the natives and stuff like that. I get a lot of inspiration because, in a sense of me being from where I'm from and my dad and the upbringing, I kind of, in a sense, understand what it's like losing your land. You know what I mean? So the native tribe aspect is definitely rooted in me. I get a lot of inspiration through native tribes, and that's why I put turquoise in my hats and stuff like that. It's cool. It's really dope, like learning about them. And also like when I first moved out here, hanging out with Sponso for Born and Raised, and unfortunately going to his funeral, meeting his brothers and stuff like that, and even his brother from Memphis and stuff, and understanding about the different tribes and stuff like that. It's really unique, man. Really
that dude inspired me too, because like that's why like that Born and Raised, I do Fall and Rise and they represented their culture,
For sure.
where they're at in Venice, and they did it in a fucking big way.
Yeah.
I go, fucking, why can't we have that?
I mean, that's why I'm always gonna rep Ohio. 'Cause that's really where I'm from, and I love Ohio. I love what it made me. I love the swag that I learned from being in Ohio, the Midwest. It's a lot. It's a lot about Ohio that just made me who I am to this day.
Well, let's Ohio meet Little Saigon then, man. You know what I'm saying? This guy's Vietnamese, dog. Man, I'm out of beer, but yo, man.
Yo. We're out of beer.
We're out of beer. That means we're out of time.
Perfect.
Bro, man, it was a fucking pleasure, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, man.
It was great.
Hell yeah, brother.
Thank
The
you again.
Vietnamese community, man, check this dude out, man. If you're into fashion,
Drop all your handles, all your things.
Instagram is made by NGO. Obviously, we're gonna talk about Nothing Grows Overnight. Made in Code Gallery. Yeah, just follow. If you follow my Instagram, you're gonna see it all. That's all, bro. You know what I mean?
We'll plug it all on the
We're
thing.
gonna plug it all
but hey,
that stuff.
let's do this, man.
Thank you for having
Little
me. for
Saigon,
sure.
Heck yeah.
Ohio, man.
Ohio in the house.
Ohio.
Heck
Vietnamese
yeah.
represented right here.